Okay, Bruce. So let's take a look at the global market first for the weekly roundup. Triple threats looms that put equity markets under pressure, especially tech shares in Nasdaq Bruce. So due to high inflation, the Fed has indicated that it will raise rates, taper asset purchases, and reduce the nearly 9 trillion asset that the Fed is holding right now. However, the optimism of earnings season appeared to uplift the investors' mood on Friday as we see US futures move higher before the market opening. But the impact of the Fed's tightening policies risk limited to Indonesian stocks. We can say Jakarta Composite Index closed lower only by 0.12% this week to 6,693. Healthy correction, we can say, and amid this uncertainty, foreign investors recorded net buy of more than 3 trillion rupiah in a week. To be exact, 3.35 trillion rupiah. For most sought after shares by foreign investors are BBCA, which recorded 902.7 billion net buy, and then BBRI, which booked 310 net foreign buy, Arto 207.1 net foreign buy, and TLKM Telekomunikasi Indonesia 177.2 billion rupiah of foreign net buy. Meanwhile, we can see the top foreign sell of the week. We have Bukalapak here, which booked net foreign sale of 164.8 billion, Indosat 28.8 billion rupiah net sale, LPPF 19.1 billion rupiah, and then TBIG 18.2 billion rupiah of foreign net sale. And this week we've seen partial relaxation by Indonesian government due to lobbying by other Asian countries that depend on coal supplies from Indonesia. So this is one of the pressing issues affecting our domestic market this week. On Thursday, we see 18 of the vessels carrying around 1.3 million tons of coal secured the verification from Indonesian government to be exported. But any coal companies that supplied the departing vessels have not fulfilled their domestic market obligation or the DMO, they will be subjected to fines. In the future, only companies who have fulfilled its 2021 domestic market obligation will be allowed to start exporting coal. Government stated that there were 47 miners that had surpassed their DMO requirement and 32 miners that had fulfilled between 75% to 100% of their domestic responsibilities. And now let's move on to check the top gainers of the week. We saw some newly listed companies to be on the list. Adaro Minerals Indonesia ADMR rose 107.89% only in 1 week, and we have Bekasi Asri Pemula or BAPA, a third liner which was volatile, gaining 59.4% this week, and KARW or ICTSI Jasa Prima, which rose 36.05% for the week, and also the newly listed company Semacom Integrated, a solar panel producers, which jumped 34.44% this week. And for next week, investors are keeping an eye on some data. For example, China GDP growth rate year on year for the fourth quarter, and also they watch the rising bond yields. Brian Rose, UBS senior economist, warned of the yield of 10-year US Treasury may reach 2% in the near future, and also the US jobless claims data. And for domestic, investors are keeping an eye on this data, the rising cases due to Omicron variant, balance of trade for December 2021, and Indonesia rate decision, which will be announced by Indonesian Central Bank. Back to you, Bruce.
All right. Thank you very much, Rin. You mentioned